Okay, I wanted to do a video. I'm kind of short on time, but I definitely wanted to share this, kind of get it off my mind. So I went to church today, and I usually do this on a Sunday, and I just want to share the shame that women feel after an abortion. When we think of Christ, he is an eternal light. And when we think about the darkness, Christ has overcome the darkness. Let me see, my camera's, I'm kind of shaky here. So, anyways, he has overcome the darkness. And when we think about the shame, when we share our story, whether that's a forced abortion or whether you chose an abortion, whatever the situation is, there is a lot of shame there. A lot. It's actually easier for a woman to deny that abortion is not murder and it's not wrong than to actually deal with the pain of shame. When you're dealing with shame, what is going on is whether shame was put on you around an abortion or not, you are going to have some shame. Like, oh, how do I say this? Like a residue, like a shame of um, just knowing that you lost a child. And there's a lot of women out there who have not healed yet. And then when you have a shame of men who put that on you around an abortion, you have more shame to deal with. So when we're dealing with shame, what we want to do is we want to be able to put not only the gospel, but we want to be able to have Christ in there. I was recently sharing my abortion story, and there was a man present in the group when I was sharing. And I haven't shared a lot of this with men like around me one by one. And you can automatically, for women, feel shame because usually it's a man that either has shamed you or has, done an abortion or something. So to have, to share something personal like this and intimate, like not on paper, but in person, not in a video, but in person with a man, that is another area of shame for a woman. So what you want to do is you really want to be able to apply scripture. And, not all men are going to shame you. There's a lot of men who understand. They know what women have been through. And there's a lot of men who do need to hear what a woman goes through when she's had a forced abortion. And it's really hard to share in a society that doesn't want to either one, admit that abortion is murder, or two, when women are trying to come out and society just shames women. So we really want to be able to, like I said, as women, not only understand that Christ died for our sin, but to not beat ourselves up and to know that he paid the full price for sin. There is no more sacrifice. And sometimes our emotions can make us feel shame versus the truth that Christ died for us and there is no more shame. Hearing a sermon today when when Christ put, over his head, he was accused of being king of the Jews. That was his record. And when we see signs like years ago when people were criminals, whatever they did was their record over their head of what they did. So the only accusation Christ had was that he was king of the Jews. So my point is, he died for no reason except that he died for us. There was really no reason that anyone could find on him, nothing that he did. So when he died for us, it is finished, he said. It's finished. So when we have any kind of, if you look at the moral law and you think about, we're not to commit adultery, we're not to kill, etc., etc., Christ took care of all of that. And we want to apply that gospel not only to our life, but living it day by day. When those feelings come back or whatever of shame, we want to be able to say, that God took care of it. It's finished, just like on the cross. He said it's finished. So I just want to share that today, that Men do need to hear this. Men do need to understand where women are coming from. They need to make sure they're not shaming women, and, you know, being there for women, not being men who run away when they are expecting an unexpected pregnancy. So I'll go into that more about men another time. But for now, just, you know, I really desire to help other women, to help them understand that they can come out of shame and they can, you know, be free to enjoy life again, knowing that they are totally forgiven. I know this week I've been hearing on the radio, like, there's these people talking about coming out from shame and guilt. There really is some shame and guilt in life, and then there is false guilt. So we need to be able to discern which ones are real and which ones are false. And when they're real, we're forgiven. And when they're false, we just know that many times those feelings are coming up rather than reminding ourselves again of the truth. So I just really hope women can heal and understand shame a little bit better.